Hey guys, I'm P-Freak. Welcome back to Frogger's Adventures: The Rescue. Last time we made through Sunken Temple, I believe the zone was called, aka my least favorite zone in the entire area. And we found out that Trip needed Lily because they need someone with a peaceful heart in order to activate the weapon. And so we chased them all the way into space. In this part, we're going through one of the 4 space stations that Army Frog directed himself, I believe himself, us, Ranger Frog, and Ninja Frog all to go through. And so, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be doing now. Okay, I couldn't remember if these were actually, like, electrically charged or anything, but I think we're fine. This area, I don't know, it's kind of boring. It's your typical, like, little spaceship stuff. A lot of things are, like, gray and red, and we have the returning motif of jumping on moving platforms, so I believe if we go down here, that's actually the direction we need to go? Question mark? So, yeah. I think here's just a bunch of coins, and I think up top is probably much of the same. And down is the proper way we need to go. But yeah, it's all very space-themey, because we are, again, in space. The thing, though, is, that this area, despite the last zone being my least favorite zone, this hosts my least favorite level. Let me paint this picture for you. It's literally the last... Whoops. Oh well. It's the last zone in the entire game, and you just want to get this over with. And what do they throw at you? They throw at you a boring, complex puzzle that you cannot get through because it requires proper timing, and you just do not have that proper timing. Not only that, but sometimes your inputs are dropped. You'll see exactly what I mean once we get there. But till we do, it's nothing really new, really. I guess they didn't really end off with a bang here. Again, it's not the worst zone ever, we just went through that. But it's not the best either. Again, I'm still thinking what I said previously about how Metro Mayhem was probably my favorite zone. Firefly Swamp, I think, was also really good, now that I think about it. Not only because it was nice and quick, but it was also had a better theme. Also, I just like the color green. It was also a swamp as well. Yeah, they need... God... damn it. Now we're all the way back over here. I'll be right back. Okay, this is where I died, if I remember correctly, and now we actually make it perfectly fine. I'm kind of getting sick of seeing all these moving platforms and trying to time on them in long strings without having a checkpoint. I never really talked about anything else within this level, but these thrusters, the thrusters are able to easily get by, or like rockets or whatever. God, that one time, the one time I wanted to actually drop an input, it didn't. Oh well. At least we actually have a checkpoint now, sorry about that. Yeah, it's like nothing really new. And these weren't fun to do with back in Molten Island. I don't see why they would bring the moving platform gimmick back here. Ugh. Not to mention there was also that segment in the Forgotten Island that was really obnoxious to deal with, that dealt with moving platforms, so... And these ones do not stay at consistent speed, so that's even more scary. Like, see right there. Ugh. And there's such long segments. I'm sorry, I'm complaining too much. Good things about this area. We're in space. Space is pretty cool. I'm sorry that this last little area of the Let's Play has been fairly negative, but the last section of this game is not strongest suit. I think it's... that's my fault. I got impatient. Okay, so, as I was saying, I know I said, like, the Molten Island was not that memorable, but honestly, now that I'm playing this section again and Sunken Temple again, I'm sorry, Molten Island. I did not give you enough credit, honestly. Like, this game, easily, its early game is a lot more fun to play through than its later game. With the exception of Puzzling Pyramid, I think Puzzling Pyramid is still a great zone. Like, maybe not have the best music, but it's still a really great zone. It's quick, It's fun. Puzzles are really nice to go through. And I fully apologize to anyone who is a big fan of Molten Island. I fully apologize to the zone itself, and I apologize for my past actions. But here, I hate apologizing for talking shit about these last two zones. Especially Second Temple. Anyways, we do get into something a bit more complicated, but again, this stuff was just repeated from Metro Mayhem. Didn't we have something very similar to this? Or, hell, even... God damn it. Hell, even in Molten Island. Come on, hit A. Even in Molten Island, where we had the steam valves. So I know I said I love this game a lot as a kid, but now that I'm playing back at it, I don't know. I'm gonna be really glad when I finally finish this. This should be the last part. Or at least the last part of the main adventure. We still have one other part I have in mind, but it's gonna be a lot more entertaining and a lot more fun than this stuff. Because I haven't even shown you probably the best part of the entire game. Not yet, anyways. Come on. Yeah, perfect. Okay, if it's fast enough, I probably could have. I should probably gonna need. Yeah, I'm gonna need to wait one more cycle. One more just to be safe. Okay, now we should be good. Perfect. I'll just grab the single tongue. Don't think we're gonna land on there and move over in time. Maybe this time? Damn it! I'll bear it back. Again. Okay, now that we're back on here, let's actually be patient and try to just time it correctly. God, yeah, this puzzling pyramid was a false sense of security, honestly. Like, I thought these last few levels could go relatively quickly, but nope. Unfortunately. I want to go back to puzzling pyramid length. Okay, let's see. Nope, not this time. Let's see. Okay, nope, not this one. Next cycle, hopefully? Yes. Next cycle. There we go. Alright. And thankfully, the end of the level is right over here. Now we just gotta wait again. Come on, please. Hurry up. Okay. There we go. Thank freaking God. That took us another 10 minutes, maybe 11 minutes. Maybe this is going to be the record for how long it took, because... Nope, 10:33. It's still probably the record or something. I just have it as 11 minutes on my recording.
Everything here is A-OK, and I've learned that the ship has reached the ultimate weapon safely. I'll see you soon.
Okay, short and sweet, thank you, because not even the gift of a bunch of coins is going to make me enjoy what we're about to deal with. Now, instead of all that stuff, we just have a bunch of pushing platform puzzles, and also trying to run away. But these sections here with the alarms and all that, they're easy to get through. It's more these pushing platform sort of deals that's going to take up most of our time here. This level's probably the least bad level of the entire zone. Not saying it's particularly good or particularly fun, but it's not the one that pisses me off the most. So, as you can probably guess by process of elimination, yes, the third level is the one, is literally my least favorite level in the entire game, and you'll see why. Maybe. Hopefully it's a Let's Player's curse where it actually becomes not that bad. I'm not holding my breath on it, but it's open. But yeah, this level, it's not that bad. Like, you can get through it relatively quick. There's not as much risk or timing stuff. So, but don't let it lull you into a false sense of security. We still have a bit of stuff we gotta do, so... With this, we need to... something like this, maybe? And hop over, and no, okay. How are we gonna do this? Maybe this, and we can pull this one over. There we go. This should work. There we go. Now we have more running we gotta do. Are you fast on your feet, Frogger? I wouldn't stress too hard. These aren't exactly the fastest closing doors of death, I guess you want to call them. So you can get through here with relative ease. I haven't stressed out too badly. Which is good because some sections are a little confusing. But we made it through perfectly fine, so... How are we gonna do this one? You're less restricted with these, see, it just closed on us, so we were perfectly fine. You're less restricted with these areas, though, so that's nice. Okay, there we go. So there's, like, not really just one solution to those puzzles, at least. Alright, come on. Okay. We should be approaching the end soon. Again, I think this is the least bad level. It's not particularly amazing or fun, it's just puzzles at this point, really. That. Push that. But again, it's really samey, because it just kind of follows the same formula. Like, look, we have another one of these closing door traps again. Vargas says literally the exact same thing, and I don't even think this one goes any faster than the last one. So you can just take your time with these. Alright. Yeah, see, the ending's literally right there. And these enemies are relatively easy to avoid. See? There! Now, why can't all levels just be like that? Yeah, it was kind of boring and monotonous doing the exact same thing over and over. Whatever.
To move the rails and navigate the missile to the gate.
I do find it funny, however, that he says blow up like that. But this is my least favorite level in the entire game. It's one thing. You just gotta guide these missiles to the doors, and you gotta move these platforms so they can ride it. The issue? It's so friggin' slow. It's so friggin' slow. And then there's one puzzle later on where the timing is so tight because the controls here are not the best. Like, the controls are not the most responsive because you have to constantly be moving one of the platforms from one section to another while the, more like a bomb, it's less like a missile, more like a bomb, keeps moving. You have a brief moment to set up, but then you need to be changing the position of the platforms while the bomb is moving around. And you do this 5 times, I think. Pretty sure it's 5. So it's just, I hate this. I hate this so much. Now again, you can set these up beforehand to make it a little bit easier for yourself. But it's still just, when you do have it set up, you're waiting. You just have to wait anxiously for everything to actually get into place. And when the bomb's on top of the platforms, you can't move them, and sometimes you'll be too trigger happy and accidentally trying to move them while the bomb is on top. Now, hopefully, I get a commentator's curse and it actually goes better? Hopefully? Probably not. Also, the patterns just do not match. Like the patterns of the little green lights, they do not match with the platform. Or the, platforms that you move. And they think giving us all these coins and all these checkpoints are going to make us like the thing any better. This is probably, no, this is definitely the one that I got stuck on for the longest time as a child. And it's because of this section right here. trying to get the platform from here to up there. We should have been moving the thing. Whoops, we're gonna have to start this all over, aren't we? Yeah, no, we're gonna have to be starting it all over. I was too distracted by complaining. Thankfully, if the bomb just falls, you can just start all over, so it's not too bad. Again, I'm sorry I've been negative these last few sections, but like I said, the best parts are just at the beginning of this game, and also something that's not related to the main story. And then just, it kind of just falls flat in the last act. Final bosses! Alright, it's just confusing. See right there, it kind of dropped an input, so... but I barely made it. But now for here... oh boy, I'm not ready for this. This gave me such hell as a kid. It's a miracle I ever got through it. I did complete this game at least once as a kid, but I always dreaded this section. I had a lot of parts when I was younger where I just got stuck. Oh my god. I cannot believe I just did that in one try. Even on my practice run, it took me... okay, technically it took me 2 tries, but moving the platforms in time. Even in my practice run, it took me at least a good 2 or 3 times. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I will take that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, this one's not too bad. In fact, I can actually move this thing right now while nothing is going on. Or well, I don't have to move another platform. So now I just need to worry about this platform right here. Also, if you get in the way of the bomb, you do lose a life. See, it, despite me pushing it, the bomb was still technically on there. Come on, really? So I can push it. Now thankfully, this one takes a long time, so you have plenty of time to push this last one section right here. Come on. Stop dropping my inputs. Again, I'm playing with the Xbox controller, which is relatively responsive, but I'm mostly using the D-pad because that's what... I can use the control stick if I want to. This is me using the control stick, but for a grid-based movement game, it's better for you to use the D-pad. The control stick's more for if you're using playing a 3D game. Okay, so... where does the bomb come out of? It comes out of right there, okay. And the green lights do show you what direction the bomb is going, so... here's that at least. It's gonna take a while for it to get up there, so in the meantime, let's set up some of these. Now this section's gonna be really difficult too. I remember struggling with this one. Not as a kid, but actually during the practice run, so... okay. Got everything set up for its first section, but thankfully I think... yeah, this is the last one before we finally make it to the final boss. Thank freaking God. That. Then we have this here. Come on. See, it just takes forever to get here sometimes. And this is the only thing we do. You'd figure since this is the only thing I do, I'd actually enjoy it, but no. Because it's the only thing we do, it's so monotonous. Again, Puzzling Pyramid was actually a great example of really fun level design. I think that's probably the best zone. Maybe, and Firefly Swamp. I'd have to dock points with Metro Mayhem because of how much I actually struggled on the Wrecking Ball section as a kid, so... and how, just with its more mechanical, like, aesthetic, it's kind of a bit boring, but it's fine. It's not too bad. Okay, come on. I'd definitely say probably my favorite boss fight was the Catfish one. No, definitely the Pharaoh one, actually. Catfish is probably second. Maybe I will just do all these different top 7 lists. It's only 7 zones, right? So it'd be top 7. But I cannot believe this. We actually finished this as quickly as we did. Holy crap. We're actually at the final boss already. Told you this game was relatively short, only 7 different zones, and you can finish them with relative ease, except for certain zone that we don't talk about anymore. We're still going to talk about it.
It looks like you made it inside the ultimate weapon. The Trip robot seems to be hot on your trail. When we got here, the road inside was already blocked. Frogger, there's only one way to conquer this robot. Push the switch, which will allow an electrical charge to fry everything in the ultimate weapon. The weapon's defense mechanism will shelter the core, but it should take care of the Trip robot. You need to push the switch and then run to the shelter in the middle before the shelter closes. It's a dangerous mission, but I know that you will succeed.
I'm just gonna jump into space. Rip Frogger. Nah, we still have 40 more Frogger robots to take care of. Now, final boss time. If you didn't listen to what Army Frog said, you would have had no idea what he was talking about. And the last boss is a frog. Again, friggin' robots. Anyways, what you do is you press on those red switches, and then you run here to the protective shield in the center. Everything gets electrically shocked, and causes damage to the robot, as well as the rest of the ultimate weapon, I'm guessing. But now it's time we see some of the robot's attacks. First one it does, it fires out these little mini frogs. I believe blue follows the same direction you go, and red goes in the opposite direction of yours. We have rockets as well that we have to deal with. And in addition to that, he fires a confusion beam. This confusion beam basically reverses your inputs. Up is down is up, so on and so forth. Now, those, as you saw, those little mini frogs can be destroyed. If you position yourself correctly, they can destroy each other, but they can also be destroyed by the robots. They cannot be destroyed by running into walls, and they do deal damage to you. So, it's pretty straightforward. It's just waiting on the proper cycles and all that stuff. But for a final boss, it's not that amazing, to be honest. I don't think it is anyways. Just think it's okay. Just okay. Alright, let's see. I'm more concerned about the rockets than the little mini frogs, so I want to be in an area where I can actually see the crosshair. Alright, we're getting relatively lucky here. And I believe, yeah, it's going to fire another thing of rockets and another confusion beam. Or confuse ray, I guess my Pokemon self would call it. Or sometimes you'll just get lucky and the rockets will not land on you. Which is always nice. You also cannot touch the electrical grid here, because the electrical grid will zap you. If you don't make it to the shelter in time, then you will get zapped as well and have to restart the phase. Alright, just 2 more hits to go. Alright, come on. Now you can move around if you want to, like, try to position these guys in ways you want to, in order to get some easy kills, but I never do it properly. That's always the issue for me. Or never mind, I just did it perfectly fine there. No more frogs to deal with, just a bunch of missiles. I'm pretty sure the missiles are completely RNG as to where they land. There aren't a lot of RNG elements in here, but I'm pretty sure the missiles are one of them. They're not like the ones with the Metro Mayhem boss, where they actually land based on your location. Nope. Okay, red switch should appear now, right? Yep, down in the corner. Okay, that's my bad. I jumped the gun there. Now we gotta do the cycle all over again. Starting with the rope. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again without completely jumping the gun here. Need to wrap around here and make it to the shelter. And now, hopefully, it will only take 1 more cycle for us to defeat this thing. And then we can call it quits there. For the most part. At least we get the main story out of the way. Alright, just fire your frogs. It's probably best to just not move, because you never... Unless you've played this game a lot, you don't really know where these frogs are going to be landing. So... Then you kind of get yourself trapped like I am right now. I guess the goal here is to just be patient. Shoot. The confusion thing wore off at just the wrong time. Damn it. I think it does it 3 times this time around for the last life. So we can't go up because then that thing's gonna just destroy us, so... There we go. God damn it. Let's try this again. Alright. Made it through the first set of rockets. Now we just need to make it through the second set by just not doing basically nothing. Okay. After this, the frog should self-detonate, and then we should be able to finally finish this boss off. God damn it! I spoke too soon. Ugh. I literally hit the wrong button. I should have hit left. I was meaning to hit left or right, not up or down, because I knew that frog right there was going to kill us otherwise. I'll be right back. So, just an FYI, turns out the fire from the missiles will also burn you. That's good to note. Okay, we finally made it through. Now, just need to make it through this last grid as quickly as possible. And thank you. Finally, we have defeated the final boss of Frogger's Adventures.
Lily, let's make this right.
You did it, Frogger!
Let's go home to Firefly Swamp. Oh, wow, that was such a rush. But I'm always happiest when I'm back home with my friends.
Wait, who the hell was taking the picture? But, with that all said and done, that's Frogger's Adventures: The Rescue. Overall thoughts of the game? It definitely, I could see now why Frogger didn't exactly leap off like, say, Mario or Sonic. It's a fun game, definitely, and I definitely recommend that you should go try and play it yourself. But it's not exactly groundbreaking or can keep your attention for too long. Like I said, the early part of the game, fun. I had a blast playing through that again. The later parts, especially Sunken Temple and Nebula Nemesis, were not fun. It got monotonous, it got confusing to figure out the puzzles, and I just had more negative things to say than positives. I guess I will switch over to positives though. I like the music. The music in this game is really good. Hell, even this final title sequence is a remix of the main menu sequence, the main menu song, which I've yet to actually show in this, I think. But I'll definitely be showing within, probably at the end of this, or at least within the next part. But I didn't even show you what the best part of this game was. We'll be seeing that in the next part. There's one last bonus part I'm going to be showing, where I show just a whole bunch of extras that they added to this, game in order to try to actually make it fun. And here's all the voice actors and actresses. Good job to all of you guys. But yeah, it's not as fun as I remember from my childhood. It's quick, but it's definitely still a fun little play if you just want a quick little game to finish, especially during this time of the year, I guess, or whatever. Anyway, that's going to be it for this part. I'll see you all next time where we come back here and see a little bit of bonuses that this game has to offer. I'll see you all then.